And now the veil is thrown back and we can see the Princess of Wales. And as they come to Her Majesty the Queen, they will turn. Prince of Wales will bow. The Princess of Wales will curtsy. And so, honour done to Her Majesty, they begin the long walk to the great west door and the great welcome that awaits them outside. The music is Pomp and Circumstance No. 4 in G by Sir Edward Elgar, played by the musicians of 3 orchestras of which the Prince of Wales is patron. The Orchestra of the Royal Opera House, Covent Garden, the English Chamber Orchestra, the Philharmonia Orchestra, conducted now by Sir Colin Davis, music director of the Royal Opera. And there we see the pages in their naval uniforms of 1863. Naval uniform of 1981. Prince Andrew. Prince Edward in morning dress, and Lady Sarah Armstrong-Jones, who's coped so wonderfully with that magnificent train. Earl Spencer walks beside Her Majesty the Queen. Mrs. Shankidd with the Duke of Edinburgh. And there are the 2 stars, as I said, Clemmy Hambro and Kathy Cameron, looking absolutely delightful. Sarah Jane Gaisley is there, and India Hicks as well. A cap holder appears with cap and gloves. The bride now has her wonderful bouquet of flowers again. And when they arrive at the west door, what a welcome there will be, because outside we have heard all during the wedding ceremony the almost medieval cheers every time a vow was taken, every time a blessing was pronounced. The cheers rang out and came to us through the stout walls of this old cathedral church. Listen to this welcome. Crown Equerry, Lieutenant Colonels John Miller, who knows a great deal about carriages and horses, perhaps not so much about the bride's train, but certainly Lady Sarah does. She bundles it in expert fashion. India Hicks, the granddaughter of Earl Mountbatten, honorary grandfather, as Prince Charles called him, and the bells of St. Paul's ring out. Postilion riders in their Ascot liveries, the footmen in their state liveries. The royal family come from the west door, the Duke of Northumberland there, the Lord Steward with the wand of office. And this is where people have been sleeping on the pavements, staking their claims since early Monday afternoon. Well, they've been rewarded now. The Duke of Gloucester there behind, Viscount Linley. The whole family clustering on the steps of St. Paul's to wave the couple off on their way back to Buckingham Palace. Queen Mother, who looked a great deal at the young couple during the service, wishing them well, I'm sure, because she knows the feeling to ride to church as a commoner and come back as a royal lady. And so London now sees for the first time their Royal Highnesses, the Prince and Princess of Wales, as they move off from the forecourt of St. Paul's past the statue of Queen Anne to Ludgate Hill. There they're watched by the royal family and the Lord Mayor, and you see that horseshoe in the postilion carriage that takes them home. Princess Margaret, Princess Alice, Duchess of Gloucester, Mrs. Shankidd, the right, another Captain Mark Phillips. His wedding day was perhaps the last great such royal occasion that London has seen. But there's been nothing to equal this. The marriage of the heir to the throne. And there's the horseshoe and the little posies of flowers put there, I'm sure, by the loyal members of the Royal Mews. And a long ordeal over for Earl Spencer. The Princess of Wales said that her mother must feel very proud to have got rid of 3 daughters in as many years. So many people wanted to watch this wedding, not alone but with other people. I'm sure that's why they've come out and slept along the roadside, because they wanted somebody to turn to and say, oh, isn't she lovely? And so down across Ludgate Circus they watched them go. And shortly the royal family will move into the carriages of their procession and, at a discreet distance, trot after the procession of the bride and bridegroom. The bells ringing across the rooftops of the City of London. And the step-liners, when Prince Charles knew that they were going to be dismissed to await their falling in again after the service, he said that they must all come in, and they all stood inside the church to see the wedding service. What a nice and kind and warm thought. Cheers and more cheers. Hooters and horns and rattles and bells. I've never in all my long years of watching royal occasions known such a happy occasion as this, when the crowd has been so warm, so good-natured. Reminds one perhaps of the Queen's own silver jubilee. And now the Earl Spencer is helped down